USS Enterprise, CVN-65, formerly known as CVN-65, is a retired aircraft carrier of the United States Navy. Commissioned in 1961, it was the first nuclear-powered aircraft carrier and the eighth vessel in the U.S. Navy to bear the name Enterprise. This iconic ship, affectionately known as the Big E, had a remarkable service history spanning over 55 years before its decommissioning on February 3, 2017. Enterprise was a significant vessel in many aspects. At 1,123 feet, 342 meters, it held the record as the longest naval vessel ever built and was the sole representative of its class, originally planned to have 5 sister ships. With a displacement of 93,284 long tons, 94,781 metric tons, it ranked as the third heaviest carrier class, following the Nimitz class and the Gerald R. Ford class. The ship accommodated a crew of approximately 4,600 service members. During its active years, Enterprise served as one of the oldest commissioned vessels in the U.S. Navy, surpassed only by the wooden-hulled USS Constitution and the captured USS Pueblo. After its inactivation on December 1, 2012, Enterprise was officially decommissioned on February 3, 2017, marking the end of its illustrious career. On the same day, it was removed from the Naval Vessel Register. The name Enterprise has since been passed down to the future Gerald R. Ford-class aircraft carrier USS Enterprise, CVN-80, ensuring the legacy of this esteemed lineage continues. The design of Enterprise, known as Project SCB-160, originally envisioned a class of 6 carriers. However, due to escalating construction costs, the remaining vessels were cancelled, leaving Enterprise as the sole representative of its class. One of its notable features was its propulsion system, which consisted of 8 nuclear reactors, making it the only aircraft carrier to house more than 2. Each A2W reactor replaced one of the conventional boilers used in earlier designs. Additionally, Enterprise boasted 4 rudders, 2 more than other carrier classes, and a hull design reminiscent of a cruiser. In terms of armament, Enterprise was initially launched without planned missile launchers due to high construction costs. However, it later received a basic point defense missile system equipped with Sea Sparrow missiles for defensive purposes. The ship also featured a unique phased array radar system called ScanFAR. This system comprised 2 radars, the Long-Range Air Search and /SPS-32 and the Square Array and /SPS-33 for 3D tracking. Only Enterprise and the USS Long Beach were equipped with this system, but it posed a significant power drain. While the early phased arrays like the /SPS-32 faced technical issues and were replaced in 1980, they paved the way for the development of more advanced phased array radars like the Aegis Phased Array and /Spy-1. Notably, Enterprise housed the ScanFAR dome, which contained the unique electronic warfare suite with AA8200 dipole antennas. These antennas lacked a military designation and were arranged in 6 rows encircling the dome, with the upper 2 rows protected by piping radomes. Enterprise's construction began in 1958, and it was launched in 1960, with Captain Vincent P. Dupoix assuming command upon its commissioning in 1961. The maiden voyage commenced in 1962 for tests and training, including a full-speed run to showcase its nuclear propulsion capabilities. During this time, Enterprise also tracked the flight of Friendship 7, the spacecraft carrying astronaut John Glenn during his historic orbit around the Earth. Shakedown activities concluded in April 1962. On June 28, 1963, the USS Enterprise, CVN-65, embarked on its first operational deployment to the Mediterranean Sea. Throughout its service, Enterprise participated in numerous major military operations and deployments. Some notable highlights include: during the Cuban Missile Crisis in 1962, Enterprise joined the U.S. naval blockade of Cuba and stood ready to launch airstrikes if necessary. This marked the first operational deployment of a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. In the Vietnam War from 1965 to 1973, Enterprise made multiple deployments to the waters off Vietnam, providing crucial air support and serving as a floating airfield for strike missions. Its aircraft conducted thousands of sorties and played a significant role in the conflict. In 1964, as part of a historic mission of Operation Sea Orbit, Enterprise, along with the USS Long Beach and USS Bainbridge, became the first nuclear-powered task force to circumnavigate the globe without refueling. This showcased the endurance and capabilities of nuclear-powered vessels. Operations Desert Shield and Desert Storm, 1990 to 1991. Enterprise was deployed to the Arabian Gulf during the Gulf War, supporting coalition forces with its air power. Its aircraft conducted extensive strikes against Iraqi targets, contributing to the success of the coalition's military operations. Operation Enduring Freedom and Operation Iraqi Freedom, 2001 to 2010. Enterprise played a critical role in the early stages of the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq, launching airstrikes and supporting ground operations. It provided a platform for sustained aerial operations in both theaters. Throughout its service, the USS Enterprise received numerous awards and commendations for its contributions to national security. It was also featured prominently in popular culture, including being the namesake for the Starship Enterprise in the television series Star Trek. After its decommissioning in 2017, plans for the disposal of the USS Enterprise have been underway. As a retired vessel, it is subject to a specific process to ensure proper disposal, including defueling the nuclear reactors and dismantling the ship in an environmentally responsible manner.